What is the most perfect way to kill someone? It's to hide yourself among the victims. This is the most special episode of Family Guy. When it was released, it received a nomination at the 63rd Emmy Awards. Normally, each episode is about 20 minutes long, but this one was extended to an unprecedented 49 minutes. One day, Peter received a mysterious letter. Someone invited his entire family to a party. The location was Rocky Point Manor, not far from Quahog. The letter was unsigned, but Peter has never been able to resist a party invitation. That evening, he set off with his family. Rocky Point Manor is located on a small island east of Quahog. It is a mansion with a history of over 100 years, and its current owner is unknown. Peter and his family arrived before sunset. Looking at the magnificent building in front of them, everyone began to look forward to the party. Just then, another car pulled up beside them. It was Joe and his wife, Bonnie, and that wasn't all. Soon after, many other well-known residents of Quahog arrived one by one. It turned out that every single one of them had received the same invitation. Although something felt off, everyone chose to accept it calmly. As soon as they entered the mansion, they ran into an old acquaintance, Consuela, who was working there as a maid. After that, everyone returned to their rooms to settle in, waiting for the mystery to be revealed at dinner. Before they knew it, it was 8 p.m. and the banquet began right on time. Everyone was dressed formally and started chatting with the people sitting nearby.
Meg, you remember Dr. Hartman?
Of course he does. I performed her very first pelvic exam.
At that moment, a slow and heavy set of footsteps echoed behind them. When the host finally appeared, everyone was stunned. It was the notorious James Woods. Everyone present had some kind of grudge against him. James introduced his new girlfriend to the guests, a beautiful young woman named Priscilla. It was this girlfriend who completely changed him. Not long ago, under her influence, James became a devoted Christian. As a believer in God, he wanted to cleanse himself of his past sins. The purpose of this banquet was to make amends with the people he had wronged.
If you'll excuse me, I'll just go check on dinner.
Oh, I'll help you, sweetheart.
Most people didn't believe a word James said, but Glenn's new girlfriend thought he deserved a second chance. Her name was Stephanie, and she firmly believed in psychic energy. She wanted to sit in James's chair to feel his energy.
You know, it's like when I did Glenn's star chart. Did the cork hit me?
My God, she's dead.
Everyone at the table was terrified. They were convinced that James had orchestrated everything, luring them here for a bloody massacre. They rushed outside and tried to leave by car. But at that moment, a bolt of lightning struck a dead tree near the bridge, instantly destroying the only road connecting the manor to the outside world. With no other choice, they had to return to the mansion. The dock was flooded, the bridge was gone, and even worse, there was no signal. Everyone's phone became nothing more than a useless brick.
Hey, guys, has anybody seen James?
Sweetheart, you may want to sit down for this.
Ooh, little taco. I'll have one of those.
James said he had just gone to the bathroom. Peter didn't care. He shouted that James was a heartless murderer. James was completely confused. How did going to the bathroom make him a killer? The group dragged him to the dining hall to see the body, but the seat of honor was now empty. There wasn't even a trace of blood left. At that critical moment, the lights suddenly went out.
Look!
Joe ordered everyone not to touch the knives. They might have fingerprints on them. Now that James was dead, it meant the killer was someone else, and very likely someone among them. Everyone gathered in the dining hall to discuss what to do next. Lois took care of the unconscious Priscilla. Mayor West was terrified. He didn't want to die without anyone remembering him.
Mr. Mayor, pull yourself together! Look!
Behind one of the plates, they discovered a hidden gun mechanism aimed directly at the head seat. Joe pieced together the shattered plate and found a bullet hole right in the center. Joe realized that Glenn's girlfriend's death was an accident. The gun was designed to fire at the main seat on a timer, the seat James was supposed to be in. Stephanie just happened to sit there at the wrong time. The power outage and James's death came afterward, because James had always been the real target. Now the only question was, who hated James the most? Obviously, the killer wouldn't step forward. Joe decided to lead everyone around the mansion to search for more clues. Peter stepped outside and immediately found something.
Gadget skis! Uh-oh.
After Joe fainted, Peter naturally took over command, though his intelligence was clearly no better than a dog's. Brian asked everyone what kind of grudges they had against James. Diane immediately accused Tom. Years ago, Tom had almost become a major Hollywood star, but James ruined his career, leaving him as a nobody radio host. Still, that wasn't enough to prove he was the killer. Tom then accused Simmons, whose limbs had been severed because of James. Once, when they were drunk at a bar, James mistook Simmons for a steak and cut off his arms and legs. Simmons then accused Mayor West, because James had registered the mayor's name on Twitter first, leaving West stuck with a username full of random characters. Soon, everyone began accusing each other, and chaos broke out. The arguments escalated into a full-on brawl. Chris was shoved into a bookshelf, accidentally triggering a switch on the floor. A hidden room was revealed behind the shelf. Peter charged in first, leading everyone downstairs. At the end of the stairs was a well-decorated secret room, clearly James's private office. Given how well hidden it was, they believed it might hold crucial clues. Peter soon found a diary, recording James's past crimes.
Bonnie, he punched you in the throat and that's why you sound like that?
No, He punched me in the throat because I sound like this.
What are all these?
Brian found several prescription pill bottles, clearly illegal. They were all labeled from Goldberg's pharmacy. It turned out that Mort's pharmacy had been selling prescription drugs illegally. Mort denied everything, saying he had never seen James in his store. But Peter found corresponding entries in the diary. Mort's wife, Muriel, had been secretly selling James prescription drugs. The transactions had recently stopped because she was afraid of getting caught. James threatened to report her to the police if she didn't continue supplying him. Muriel insisted she didn't kill James. Selling prescription drugs illegally might get her years in prison, but it wasn't worth risking life imprisonment for murder. At this point, no one was thinking rationally anymore. They tried to restrain Muriel, but suddenly the power went out again, followed by Muriel's scream when the lights came back on.
She's gone!
Everyone rushed out of the secret room, but Muriel had vanished. Peter concluded that she had fled out of guilt, believing they had identified the killer. Everyone split up to search for her. Jillian and her boyfriend found stairs leading to the attic. He gathered his courage and climbed up, but the attic was abandoned, and Muriel was nowhere to be found.
Maybe it was that cat who was the murderer. Let me ask him. Meow, meow, meow?
We don't all talk like that.
Tom and Diane found a room full of sculptures. One painting felt hollow behind it. Tom stepped on a switch, revealing a dark tunnel behind the painting. As a man, Tom volunteered to go first.
Do you see anything?
No, it's too dark.
Tom!
Stewie and Brian, meanwhile, were treating this like a vacation. Even with murders happening, they sang and strolled casually down the hallway. Suddenly, a woman's scream echoed in the distance. They rushed toward the sound and found Muriel's dead body.
Oh my God, Muriel, my sweet Muriel.
Everyone regrouped in the dining hall. From now on, they had to stick together. Peter noticed that Tom was missing. Just then, Tom burst in with Meg. The tunnel he entered led directly to the main hall, where Meg had been searching for clues. At that moment, Jillian's boyfriend noticed he had a weak signal on his phone. He decided to try the rooftop to call the police. After he left, they realized something else was wrong. Priscilla, who had been lying unconscious on the sofa, was gone.
She was still passed out on the couch when we left.
Oh, what the hell happened?
Joe woke up and took charge again. Peter immediately accused Priscilla, but no one dared jump to conclusions anymore. After Muriel's case, Priscilla could also be a victim. The group split once more. Some believed Priscilla was the killer. Others believed the murderer was still among them. Meanwhile, Jillian's boyfriend reached the rooftop and searched for a better signal. Just as he was about to call the police, soft footsteps sounded behind him.
What are you doing up here? Wait a minute. What the hell is this?
Came from over there!
Dear God. He's dead. He's been hit in the head by a blunt object.
They returned inside again. Consuela noticed that one of James's Golden Globe trophies was missing. The trophy was heavy enough to be used as a murder weapon. Now they had a new goal: find the Golden Globe trophy. This time, no one dared split up. Peter ordered everyone to stay together and searched the second floor room by room. They entered Tom's room first. The man was absurdly narcissistic, even bringing giant posters of himself on vacation. Meg found the clue: the bloodstained Golden Globe trophy under Tom's bed. Everything became clear. Tom was supposedly the mastermind, but Tom insisted he hadn't killed anyone. No one listened. They moved to restrain him. At that moment, drops of red liquid fell onto Peter's nose. He thought he had a nosebleed.
No, you don't.
They opened the ventilation grate above. Inside was Priscilla's corpse. At that point, nothing Tom said mattered anymore. The murder weapon and a hidden body were both found in his room. The deadly game of werewolf seemed to be over, but was it really?